Hello, this is Reasoning and Proof, proving statements about segments, example 3. And in example 3 they give us this diagram and they say that Q is the midpoint of PR, and we have to show that PQ and QR are each equal to 1/2 PR. So there's really two statements to show here. We have to show that PQ is equal to 1/2 PR, and the second thing to show is that QR is equal to 1/2 PR. Now, please look at the explanation in the book. It's a very good explanation. My explanation is really going to be the same thing. I'm just going to illustrate that the order that you put these things in isn't necessarily the same for each person. Every person attacks these a little bit differently. Some people just start out with what's given. Other people don't. So I'm going to start out with PQ plus QR is equal to PR. And I started out, and this is of course the segment addition postulate. And I started out with that because it's obvious. That's what we're going to use. This is a segment addition postulate. We've got two segments, smaller ones, that add up to the bigger one. And now I'm going to say that PQ equals QR. And this is given. And now I'm going to substitute PQ up here for QR. See, because QR and PQ is the same thing. So I'm going to say QR plus QR is equal to PR. And that's substituting equals for equals. See, PQ is the same thing as QR, so I just wrote it as QR. And the reason, of course, is substitution. And now I'm going to get 2QR is equal to PR. Now, the book says that this is the distributive property, and it is. I can see how it's the distributive property, but most students would say that this is addition. We just added QR and QR to get 2QR. That's the definition of addition. You might also put combining like terms. That would be another good reason for that. Now I can say QR is equal to 1/2 PR, and that's by division. And now that's half of what I'm supposed to prove. See, I've shown that QR is 1/2 of PR. And now I'm going to use this given statement to substitute. Instead of QR, I can write PQ. So I can write PQ is equal to 1/2 PR. And the reason here is substitution. And that's what I'm asked to prove. The combination of these two things are what I was asked to prove. And that's what that means, QED. It's Latin, it stands for Quo Erat Demonstratum, and it's what I was supposed to prove.